Education, the organizing team, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure coming back to Delhi, which is our Karam Bhumi. Dr. Shroff started her career from this place. I started my career from this place. We started our company from this place, so it gives us a lot of pride and privilege coming back to our own place. मैं कभी-कभी बोलता हूँ मैम कि जमुना का पानी खून मान के बदन में दौड़ रहा है. So that is true even today. So Dr. Shroff, she needs no introduction. She has been instrumental towards a lot of policy making and towards a lot of examination reforms. Of course, running 75 plus schools in this country. Also producing CBSE and world toppers of late. Last about 3 consecutive years, we have been giving state toppers, city toppers, and many toppers. This year, we have given the national topper and the world topper. So, ma'am, you have been working so closely with education for the last 3 decades. Last about 2 years, you shifted gears and you started talking parenting. How does it feel writing for the government a policy at the same point in time writing on a book on parenting? How does it feel?
Good afternoon, everybody. You just heard that, God's grace, we got a CBSE topper, world topper, 500 on 500 in humanities. It's not possible. How do you get 500 on 500 in humanities? And actually, in the next 15-20 minutes that we have, we should be talking to you about academic excellence. Then what's this whole disconnect about talking on total parenting solutions? Let me start there. It is because we do parenting that we got 500 and 500 in humanities. Let me take the case study of Ishani Devnath, who's the topper in humanities. If she topped in 12th, you can well imagine that in the 10th grade, she was a brilliant student any which ways. In India, brilliance means you have to choose science, correct? Or at least commerce. So what was Ishani doing in humanities? There are 2 sets of people who we have to thank. Her parents and the fact that the teachers did not force the child to take science. And that's where parenting comes in. Of course, that's on the excellence side. Now let's look at some shockers. Just in the month of August, we come from Ahmedabad. A 9th grader fatally stabbed and killed his senior. You've read about it, correct? You have heard that a 9th grader girl in a residential school in Karnataka gave birth to a baby in the bathroom. You have heard that a 9th grader brought a pistol to the school and shot the class teacher. You have also heard that the first case against ChatGPT was filed last week because a teenager committed suicide and ChatGPT helped him. These are all August, huh? We're not even talking way back. Subsequent to Ahmedabad, many other incidences happened of stabbing. So what's going on? Do you think that schools are teaching violence? I dare say no. Do you think parents are teaching violence? Clearly no. Then what is happening? Up until 6 months ago, we were thinking that shootouts happen like it happened 2 days ago in Minneapolis. Today, shootouts happen in your classrooms. And you still think we cannot talk parenting? We don't have the bandwidth as schools to deal with violence or sex, or pornography, or teen pregnancy. We can only teach curriculum. Let us know our limitations. And if you do not partner with parents, you will no longer have a safe society. And that's why parenting.
Yes, parenting partnerships are very, very important for a safer society. Absolutely, you go bang on, ma'am. Dr. Shroff, this beautiful book, Baby Steps to Big Dreams, which was launched about 2 years back by the President of Mauritius, also being the only book to have ever been read at a United Nations event. It talks in great detail about a topic called as fear, which is actually a delimiting factor in a human's growth. I think you have detailed out more than 36 kind of fears in this. Even Bhagavad Gita chapter 16.1 outlays a lot on fear. Why do you think is it important to talk about fear in such a great detail between a parent and a child?
Our schools believe that excellence is about marks. I'm part of the same system, and I believe it that if we don't perform in marks, we are not considered a good school. You know, the difference between a Western organization or environment and ours is empathy. When there is shootout in America, the classrooms are already teaching empathy. The sad part is we don't teach empathy. So when there is violence and shootouts in our classrooms, there are many more children impacted, and we never talk mental health. Thankfully, it's sort of prophecy. In this book, which was released 2 years ago, we started to propagate that parents need to talk about emotions. I mean, when a child commits suicide or is forced to react to maybe cyberbullying or rejection by a girl and commit suicide or kill, it's because they can't handle their emotions. But really, when have we taught them how to handle emotions? We don't teach in schools. And clearly, parents don't deal with it at home. So who's going to do this? So here, fear of many things can drive people, can become the trigger. So this book, thankfully, because this book is written right from the womb till teenage, and as we all know as faculty, that learning is age-specific. So it's taught on topics what you should deal with in preschool, primary years, middle years, senior years. How should you talk? But it deals with a list of fears: darkness, fear of strangers, fear of wardrobes, fear of heights, fear of doctors, fear of rejection, fear of separation, fear of ghosts, fear of losing loved ones, fear of evil people, fear of failure. How many children at board examinations are still dying, can't handle failure? But you know what is more important? The book has another beautiful chapter on dealing with emotions. And like in the Vedic sciences, we say navras. It deals with happiness, surprise, excitement, gratitude, forgiveness, empathy, jealousy, sadness, disgust, anger. If we helped children process information, process feelings, they did not have to become violent. And everybody here, can I urge you to start partnering with parents? We cannot do this job alone. We don't have the space, the time, the bandwidth. They only stay with us 6 hours in a day. We've got to recognize that we have limitations as faculty.
Bang on, ma'am, bang on. Partners do have to, partnerships do have to be made with the parents, absolutely. The second book, which is a sequel to the first book, called as The Safe Teen Steps, talks about safety of young adults, preteens, teens, and even Gen Zs for that matter, on how to be safe in the internet world. This particular book talks about a lot of taboo topics: catfishing, grooming issues, sexting, sextortion, pornography, and many such kind. So would you kindly elaborate upon any two topics that you would like to mention, which is really giving a pathway to the teenagers and to the Gen Zs and to the preteens?
Gen Z's in the room, can I get a show of hands? Chaliye.
Wow, superb.
Chaliye. About 20% of the room is Gen Z's. Let's talk to you guys. मीम्स तो देखते हो ना सोशल मीडिया पे, क्या मजाक उड़ाया जा रहा है आपकी जनरेशन पे, क्या मजाक उड़ाया जा रहा है. And whether you believe it or not, it is true. I want to tell you this. India believes, okay, so everybody, all adults, even you know that India is the 4th largest GDP nation in the world. We just surpassed Japan, correct? With the hope that once we will, in the future, the next goal will be at least developing or developed. The second power that we believe we have, is the young demography on the basis of which Prime Minister of India is possibly making dreams of a developing country. But let me tell you what our young generation is doing. While the youth of America is studying and building AI, our youth and Gen Z is making an utter fool of themselves by going to Sayara movie. Have you seen the memes? I saw a meme where a Gen Z with a strip, उसका hospital से आया था वो, उसका वो लगा हुआ है drip, वो drip के साथ आया हुआ है, रो रहा है. The offline, the off-cinema drama is higher than the in-cinema drama. इनकी language आपने सुनी है? They have a whole different dictionary.
You give me green vibes today.
I'm giving you green, not red.
Not red.
Red, you should hear the language. Vibes, red vibe, green vibe, you're the red carpet. HR is, they are called the employer's nightmare. Nobody wants to hire them. They want more money with less accountability. Micro retirement. हमने काम कब किया जो रिटायरमेंट माइक्रो चाहिए आपको? I can't come today because the pakoda vibes are very good outside. One HR meme, ये memes की बात कर रही हूँ on a lighter note. She's saying, the Gen Z is saying, but I can't come to the office because the lift is not working. And the HR manager is saying that, do you know in which floor we are? We are on first floor. On what basis we'll take this country to the next level? On what basis? Coming back to, अगर ये हाल है यहाँ पे, तो आपकी classrooms में जो Gen Alpha बैठे हैं ना, वो तो confused lot of people हैं. This book deals with the safety of teens. Every case study that I gave you, class 9, class 9, class 9, class 9, class 9, class 9. What is going on with class 9? I'll tell you. India is the #1 cyberbullying capital of the world. There is statistics to say that in this book. There is body shaming happening. There is online dating romance happening. There is pornography happening. #3, pornography, according to Pornhub, India. Children are not able to process the difference between real and real. More dangerous, the frontal lobe, because of constant radiation, is shrinking, is getting thinner. They're not able to retain. Apart from the dangers of social media, academic challenges, relationship challenges, the fact that AI is coming, on one hand, their relationships are going to be messed up because of pornography. On the other hand, their career is going to be messed up because of AI. That's the classroom that you're dealing with. And are you really preparing them for the world that we called VUCA? What is VUCA, everyone? You know, for 2 years we've been working on this. And I go for these 20 minutes and then I shock the audience and give some data and walk away. And really 2-3 people follow that up. Call us to your school and we go and shock the parents and walk away. And then we said, can we do some deeper work? And that's how we started to build this, which AK will explain to you. We are offering it free and all of that. But the point being, mental health before academic excellence. If children are anxious, if children are fragile emotionally, if children are depressed, I mean, ये जो depression and suicide, तो fashionable words हैं teenagers में, fashion है. AI girlfriends. AI girlfriend. Oh, Gen Z will marry and have babies with AI.
I mean, I think surrogacy has now become a humanoid stuff also, if I'm not mistaken, right? So that's anyway taking shape, right? So,
are you preparing? My question to you is, are you preparing the children sitting in your classroom for this world? You're not. We are not. And what we are saying, I hate to say this, the violence that is happening in the classrooms is only the tip of the iceberg. It's only just begun. अब देख रहे हो अमेरिका में क्या हो रहा है? इंडिया में तो अभी भी शुरू हुआ है ना? पीक तो पहुंचना बाकी है. Please respond. Please teach mental health. Please parent partnerships करें. Please give the parent the responsibility that they own for their children.
Very nice. Ma'am, to help parents collaborate better and to understand their children better, you've started a very unique concept called as MAPS. In fact, you were the first ones in the country to have come out with a clone and avatar, a teacher-mentor influencer called as Maya, right? Which you kind of was helping the academicians develop a lot of stuff in education. So what exactly is MAPS? What is it intended to do? And how is it going to help the parents?
So the very least you can do as an action point before we leave this room is please download this, send it to your parents. It's an AI app. Just any question they ask on parenting, Maya will respond. Any question on parenting. You know what is happening? Sometimes parents don't know what to do. Every parent is well-meaning. Every parent wants the best for the children. Then how come some child is killing another child? The child who's killing is also a juvenile. When did we teach the consequences? In this book, we talk about sexting in India being a criminal offense. Everybody, what is sexting? बच्चे चलो यार करते तो रहते हो बता दो नहीं करते जाने दो यार मैं कौन सा विश्वास करूंगी हाँ इसीलिए
We as faculty will close our eyes, don't worry, you speak out.
So all children indulge in texts that have sexual connotations. All children. Because they all have fake IDs online and they believe that they are safe. Let me at least address this to you. मैं इतना आपको समझा देती हूँ. Instagram खोलने के लिए आपको एक valid Gmail ID चाहिए, any email ID चाहिए जहाँ पे आपकी verification OTPs आते हैं. आप एक real ID शुरू कर देते हो. Alright? And then वहाँ से multiple fake IDs बनाते हो. आप कुछ भी ना बोलो, हाँ भी ना बोलो, मैं जानती हूँ बनाते हो. Multiple fake IDs बनाते हो. And everybody, all children do it. Right from preteens. And then you believe that you're safe. Because of fake IDs से क्या करते हो? Sexting करते हो, nudity करते हो, गाली वाली गलोच वलोच देते हो, private parts पे comment करते हो, morphing करते हो, nudity पे, you know, a lot of nudity goes on, pornography goes on. All that is happening on fake IDs. God forbid, कुछ हो गया. अगर FIR लग गई or cybercrime came from your fake ID, they'll go to your real ID, they'll go to your Gmail, आप पकड़े जाओगे. In India, sexting, 1 year jail term. सिर्फ sexting, any image with sex, 1 year jail term. That is the risk you run. And for the faculty, we don't tell this to our children. Parents तरह तरह के नए devices पकड़ा देते हैं बच्चों को. You don't even know where your child ventures. If you go into a jail, you'll meet criminals. If you go into the dark web, you'll meet terrorists. बच्चे चले जाते हैं, they don't know. You don't know, parents don't know, nobody to guide. The device brings horror, tragedy, danger, fatality into the bedroom. Before you give a screen, no. Warn the parents of what they do to the children. There are 2 things that I'm going to leave you with. Please talk to parents. Delay the use of device as far as you can. Singular use of device. Social media, till 16, avoid as long as they can. The danger is in social media because they don't know who they are talking to. And predators' habits to aapne suna hai? Do you want to take another question on predator or we'll wind up?
I would definitely like to take a question, ma'am. But I was thinking I should first tell them that the books, both Safe Teens and Baby Steps, these are fantastic book. The second book was launched by the CBSE secretary and the MHRD secretary. Immediately on the day of launch, we had a meeting with them. They went through the books and they gave us I should say, a kind of an instruction that this is something which has to be converted into curriculum immediately because the country really needs the curriculum of this sort. So based on that, we converted these books into something called as VUCA Steps. It's meant for class 1 to class 12. And this year, we're doing a pilot, freemium pilot, complimentary for each and every school of the country. You're free to call us for this freemium pilot. We'll come down to your school and we'll not only give a copy of these books to each and every child of class 7th, but we would also train your life skills teacher and your counselor on how to use these books. Right? So while I say that, my colleague is here, I'm here, you could give me your details, I'll take down your details. And also, ma'am has bought a few copies of these books to be given here as compliments. So I think she's going to be here sitting on this particular first table immediately after the session. They've given us 5 minutes to be there. And you can kindly come down, take these books. And these books can be kept in your library. You want more copies, we'll be more than happy to give it to you for your library, for your school. Have each and every child read it and have each and every parent read it. The best way to implement it is in your 0th period, have your counselors, have your class teachers read out this book to the children. While I say that, I have one more question, ma'am. Would you like to take a question on what have you done? You have introduced something called as PCN, a parent community, which is a community network for parents. Would you want to give us what exactly is that? Or would you want to go and tell these Gen Zs about the dangers of the online world? I leave it to you, ma'am.
Dangers of online world ke baare mein baat karte hain.
All right, super.
Okay? See, you know that just as you have an ID which is fake, आपकी फोटो गलत फोटो लगती है, आपकी नेम गलत है, आपकी एज गलत है, आपकी कंट्री गलत है, सब कुछ गलत है, fake. Similarly, this is what we call predators, hunters online, right? There is another word called pedophile. Pedophile is an adult who has sexual attraction to youngsters, to young children. Girls and boys का फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You don't know who you're talking to. There's a case that we talked about a 45-year-old school principal, junior school principal, who got into a honey trap with a Frenchman. And she shelled out 32 lakhs because he came to meet her and said, I'm stuck in customs, etc., etc. If adults can get trapped, you can get trapped. Think about young children. So there are some studies in the book. There is a chapter called Stranger Danger, where alarming statistics. So what happens is the predator sort of befriends the child. And the child starts giving information. Mummy 9 baje aati hai, meri didi khelne jati hai, main 2 baje se 6 baje akela rehta hu ghar pe. All of that stuff. And in the process of befriending, the trust, sometimes the predator will say, share a bikini picture, share a night dress picture. Bacche de dete hain. After that, it leads to a stage called come and meet me in the same city if they are. And this book, like I said, it's alarming that 66% of students meet. And if they don't meet, blackmailing, sextortion. It's a very, very difficult world for youngsters. I'm going to leave you with that note. Time is up. And thank you for the extension of time. I'm going to leave you with that note, that it is time that we partner with parents. It is time that we warn them. Sex and violence is yet to come in its full glory to our classrooms. You are beginning to just see it. God forbid we have to ever experience it. Let's work while we can. I know you're fully tied up doing syllabus, but hey, syllabus somebody else can teach, including ChatGPT. But if you don't build a human being, nobody else can. Thank you so much.
That was a very exciting session, ma'am. Thank you very much for it.